How you doing, gardeners? Well, I'm back to planting sweet corn again. Gonna put in our third planting. Let's head out to the field and let's do it. Delia is headed to the farmer's market today, and I got looking around, did a lot of spraying yesterday regarding our arch nemesis, the water hemp and all of that. So anyway, just finally got dry enough. Supposed to got a chance of some rain, a pretty good significant chance of rain. So one of the things about growing sweet corn or growing corn and beans in general, you got to get it in when you can. That being said, but it's even better in our case. It's better in our case if we can actually do it right before the rain to put down herbicide. I'm using Bicep, Magnum, and I use atrazine as my two go-to herbicides for sweet corn, and that's what I use. Now you want a nice gentle rain, about a half of an inch. Don't need a gully washer, but after I plant, I spray, and then you're counting on that half inch of rain to actually push that herbicide down into the ground a nice half inch. Give us some nice coverage and stuff like that. So yep, we're heading out here to go ahead and plant, so let's get on it. Okay, well, I have the planter down. I have the second planting sweet corn right there. Should be lined up fairly well, so let's get this in gear and head on down the road. I have my old mark I'm following, and there's the planter as she goes. I'm not going real fast, but I'm on my mark. Down here at the end of my row. I'll stop it when we get right here to the edge and we're done. Let's pick up the arm. Let's pick up the planter. And let's head on up and go get another. Let's head on up and get another plant in. I kind of lost my mark there. I did. I couldn't see it. The last rain kind of washed it out. So anyway, made it awfully tough for me to actually do that. So we're going up here. Oh, Delia's giving me a call, so let me take her. Well, I have those planted, and got quite a bit of seed still in there. But I'm seeing how much seed I have left, and I have quite a bit. I think I'll go ahead and finish planting this particular row here, or this field. I'll have a little bit left, and if I need to replant anything, I can possibly have enough to do that. Yeah, that's good. So we'll go ahead and I'll go on down the field. We'll give it the last plant, and this field will be done being planted. So that's exciting. That is exciting. So, all right, well, we'll get on it. I just wanted to double check everything, make sure it's all looking pretty good. I think so. And no, it's exciting. Let's go over here and look at the new corn that is coming up, or supposed to be coming up. Remember, this particular corn here had a very bad, had that 4 inches of rain on it, washed that spot out, that's for sure. That whole furrow's out. But I am seeing, got a little more weed pressure here, but I am seeing more corn still wanting to pop up. There's another one wanting to pop up. So we're not all lost. This is not going to be a great field, no doubt about it, but or a good plant, as good a planting as a person would have hoped when it got into it. But I don't think that's enough to replant. It's just not going to be as good. And hopefully some more of this, like I said, that's a young one right there. So hopefully we get a little bit more corn wanting to pop up in here. And if not, we'll have another planting coming right behind. Look how little, there's a little one right there. Not as great a germination as a person would hope, but now we have the warmer temps, so ought to be in much better shape. So let me go ahead and keep it going here. But yeah, no, that's exciting to get into the old field and get our last planting in here for the year. Well, I have the corn all in. I'm going to switch out the boxes, change the boxes out, and let's move on to green beans. It's just time to go ahead and get those in next. Good morning, everybody. Wow, was it a busy day yesterday. Delia was out there, had a great farmer's market yesterday in Topeka. We are pretty much done planting sweet corn right now. Thought I'd come in here real quick and take a look at how everything, you know, and I see she also strung up some more tomato plants. Now she doesn't do it when the plants are, she doesn't string them up when the plants don't have a good base to them yet. In other words, when the wind's blowing and you have a freshly planted cherry tomato, you don't want the wind whipping it back and forth, causing it to yank the plant back out of the ground. So you kind of let them sit here for a few days and let them go ahead and get rooted. I see they're starting to get nice and green now, so that's telling you, and they're starting to actually want to put out potential flower clusters. There they are. So they're starting, but they just needed to go ahead and get rooted, and then you can go ahead and string them up high up here. So she has that done. That's wonderful. So we have that going. We are right now going into every year it's different. I think just probably everywhere you guys are, or everywhere people are, you could say that the weather isn't the same. If you're, you know, we're 60 years old, let me change it. 62 years of age, and there has been some changes, and what I'm referring to is we are having a wonderful spring, no complaints there whatsoever. Normally though, we've been having some very hot weather, and that hot weather has made it difficult to in recent years, where you wake up in the morning in the springtime and you're already at 75 and that type of thing. So anyway, I want to come out here, continue to do it. You know, one of the things I guess I don't talk about when I'm out here looking at crops, it's really it's really crop scouting is what I'm doing, and you're looking for problems, and and you take the good And you say, okay, yep, I don't have any problems in here. But you're looking for weed pressure, you're looking for insect pressure. That's why I like going on my morning walk with you every day, is to identify what's what. Now we're gonna have a 90% chance of rain today. Number one, so knowing that, I don't need to water anything. At least right now I don't need to water anything. We'll see if we get it or not. But we're starting to get that dry, parched earth look. And that being said, so if that's starting to do it, they're going to be needing to get some drinks of water. I'm happy for everything that they get a chance to get their roots a little dry out here. That does need to happen. It's amazing. And these guys are getting calcium nitrate. They are getting 20-20-20 fertilizers. It just shows the difference in the two different varieties. Yukon Golds right here, the lighter green. So anyway, there's the onions. Everybody's looking pretty good there on the onions. Broccoli or broccolini, we don't know which. That's looking good. Our poor squash and all that, but our peppers are starting to perk up a little bit more. Now something's different. We worked so hard yesterday. We'll say that the green beans are getting greener, working their way through. What does that? That's command. That's one of the herbicides I use, and it causes that little toughness. Here's what we did yesterday, and I had a heck of a problem. Is I broke the planter yesterday, right here, right where I'm standing, and I was going for a higher population, but on my drive and driven, the chain was very close to one another. I thought I had enough clearance, but evidently once it got going, and I'm not be able to look at it, but once I got going, those two must have got together and it bent my idler. So here I am. I planted everything, and then long and short of it is I get to about right over here, and I said, well, I better check to see how much beans I have left. And come to find out, I look in the box, I don't think I had any. I didn't plant anything. I think I broke it right away. So I lost one of my spacers. I found it after some. I thought I was going to go to John Deere and go get some spacers so I could finish doing it. But I took it back to the vise. My idler, I took it back to the vise. The chain was not broken. Surprised it didn't break. That is a newer chain, but that's heavy steel. But I ended up pounding it back, getting it straight. Idlers are running okay. And so now then you're going to wonder, well, some of the lines, why do you have, I guess you really can't say. I did a pretty good job driving right on top. But you see, like right here, I don't have GPS, so it's kind of like a wider line. Well, I'm trying to plant on top of the spot that I backed up to originally. So there's going to be a little double imprinting right here. These two right here, this is obviously a new row, and I pulled up a different way this second time, but it should just be one planting. So anyway, what a crazy deal there. So all right, and on top of it, so now I'm going across. If you see, we're planting all the way across now. So now we're getting in to the other side of the field. That side of the field will be irrigated from the pond on that side. So and then anything pretty much, once we get up to about this stage, anything here on up will be irrigated out of the pond. I did get in here and finish using a contact spray. You can see the difference between this side and that side. I don't want to till it again. I got the fertilizer already incorporated. I see I got deer starting to come out and stuff. But anyway, I went ahead and I finished using contact spray out here. Contact sprays are like Roundup and stuff like that. We're using an off-brand. But anyway, so we're doing that. Also, come out here and take a look. Again, we already knew that guy was going, but it's starting to look how much better everything's looking now that we kind of got rid of those aphids. So now we have some good stuff happening here now, and that's really good. Yeah, everything's starting to, you know, if you're not being fed on a daily basis, that's new growth right there. I can go ahead here. I would like to go ahead, and by the way, happy Mother's Day, mothers. I'd like to get out here today. There's one that didn't make it, but continue planting down here. That's what we'd like to do today, is continue to plant, and this way I can go ahead and not just for irrigation, but for fertilizer. I mean, it's tough. This is the hard decision we had to make earlier on. These plants were ready to go in the ground, but as you guys recall, it was so wet we couldn't do anything else, so we could only muck to this stage. Well, now we can actually walk it and that type of thing. Went ahead also, we had a lot of palm amaranth deciding it wanted to grow in the holes that I had already made. So Delia went through here and pulled the palm amaranth, and look in here. Yep. Like right there, Delia was out here pulling the palm amaranth out. Yep, this is our, I'm just looking, I gotta get back in here and spray some more. But anyway, needed to go ahead and look at everything. Look at everything there. It's starting to die back, so that's good. I have to finish doing this job, and there's where I stopped. I used a corn cob. That's what I was looking for, was the corn cob, so I'm in the third group. I'm using the hand sprayer here. You don't want to get a contact killer on your plastic without at least washing it off, and I prefer not to get it on it. A friend of ours actually lost their strawberries from using they took their ATV or their sprayer and they ran along in between the rows here. Look at that tree growing. Won't be growing much longer, but they brought it they were spraying here and they went to plant the strawberries, anyway, just having that much spray sitting on top of the dry plastic killed the strawberries. They had a total loss basically out of that. So coming over here to the corn, guess what? I am done planting corn. We have this field complete. Looks like there was some geese out here. This field is finally complete. I say finally, actually it's pretty early for us, but I'm happy about that. I'm using Bicep and follow it up with atrazine on another spraying further down once the corn gets standing up a little bit. Come back with some atrazine. Here's a second planting sweet corn, starting to really pop up, but we also still have problems, and it's not done, I know that, but it's looking more grim. It's not going to be a very good stand. That hard rain, cool temperatures didn't do us any favors. At least it is filling in. Most part they are filling in, but we could do better than that. We can do that better than that because it's proving it over here. We can do better than that. This is a much better stand over here on this field. So it just early season, cool weather, that type of thing. So did get in here, did some spot spraying, try to kill some of these we'll just call them, get out here and kill some of them cockleburr type plants. Cockleburrs are, don't need them. Don't need any cockleburrs. So this has been an arch nemesis of mine too. So trying to get in here and stay ahead of that game. So that's the farm. Everything's looking pretty good. I just wish the corn would come up a little bit stronger than it is, but it's still coming. Maybe having a soft rain will help us a little bit. I mean, you can see where this guy's even bent. That's actually looks more like a weed, but that looks more like a weed. Should be real corn, but yep, there's some issues in this here field. We're gonna have a stand, but not a good stand.